Let's go Knicks. Oh, what was one of the most stressful games of the playoffs? It results in a Knicks win. It's all I ask for. The New York Knicks survive a second half after the first game where we had such a great start and we blow it in the second half. The Knicks turn it around and were able to survive and come out with a great half of their own in this game. Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and none other than R.J. Barrett. The three amigos, the mid three that some people were calling them throughout the regular season. They stepped up, they played well, and we won this game. And it wasn't just because of them. Isaiah Hartenstein, Josh Hart, Quentin Grimes making the leap from playing only 10 minutes the night prior to 25 minutes in this game, and 25 big defensive minutes. And who would think I'd be sitting here thanking Scott Foster? Scott Foster, hey man, thanks. Thank you for refereeing the game fairly. Mind you, I know Jimmy Butler didn't play. I'm just happy to see this team come out with the win. Following a game where we couldn't buy a three-point bucket, we were 7-34. This one was a bit better. We doubled it almost. 16-40 this game. Still not great numbers, but it's a lot more manageable. We need this 1-1 going into a very important game 3 where we know Jimmy Butler will return. A lot to unpack, a lot to talk about, but a lot to celebrate about. And there's no way to celebrate without doing one more thing. Run the intro. What's good, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. If you think I'm gonna go any further in this video without mentioning what I got on, you're out of your mind. I know y'all saw me on the intro and you're thinking to yourself, that's a nice Knicks that ain't no Knicks jersey. It's not. It is a custom made CK Crew jersey in the font of the New York Knicks. Look at what it said on the back. CK2K. That's me, y'all. Now, for those who are thinking, yo, CK, you got new merch. This ain't new merch. This is our sponsor of the day, DIYOJ. Appreciate y'all. You can have a jersey just like this one. Hey, that'd be kind of fire if you got one that says CK Crew, put your own number and put your username on the back, or anything you'd like. DIYOJ can give you any type of custom jersey you're looking for. I know it's playoff time for the Knicks, but I know I got hockey fans out there, baseball fans out there. If you want a personalized jersey of any of your favorite sport, DIYOJ can do that for you. Go check out the website, see what design you want to personally customize, or check out the designs that they already have on there that you might just want to pick up. All you gotta do is hit that link in the description below and use the promo code CK2K so you can get 10% off of your next purchase. I want to see y'all rocking CK Crew ones. You know, put the CK Crew on there, put your number, let it be known that you with me, or do whatever design you want to do. But shout out to DIYOJ. That's promo code CK2K, nice and easy, my name, to get you 10% off of your purchase over there. This thing cool, bro. You know what else is cool? The Knicks beating the Heat in game 2. Big win for the Knicks after unfortunately dropping home court in game 1. We're able to turn it back around and win this game in very dramatic fashion. It all started when you heard the reports that Jimmy Butler was not going to be playing in this game, just to be precautious. A lot of people believe if they had lost the first game, he probably would have been well enough to play. But because they won the first game and already got the split, they're going to let him rest, knowing that we don't play again until Saturday, so he can be completely healed up by that time. But the Knicks did the opposite. They said, Jalen, Julius, y'all gotta be ready to go. We need this dub, because we had the team fully together. This is the first time in a while that we're completely healthy in the last, 3-4 weeks, with Quentin Grimes making his return in the last game. Now the whole entire roster was together, and the first test was going to be, how are they all going to mesh in a pivotal game like this one? And I'll say this, to start off, It was all right. It was a lot of RJ though. RJ had 16 of our first 23 points as he was putting on a clinic from all over the court, not even just from inside, because he was hitting the three ball. RJ ended this game 5 for 9 from 3, 8 for 17 from the field. That's 47% from the field and 56% from the three-point line. Would have loved you to hit your free throws. 3 of 5 is still nice. Great splits from RJ. Easily his most efficient game. And for you to have your most efficient game in the playoffs, in a pivotal game in the playoffs, speaks a lot more about RJ Barrett than anything any of you guys may have been crying about throughout the regular season. But RJ Barrett wasn't the only one. We saw Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle turn it on in the second half. First half, Julius Randle was actually playing pretty solid on the offensive end throughout the majority of the game. He ended this game with almost a triple-double of his own, 25 points, 8 assists, and 12 rebounds. And he kept it going even more in the second half, especially on the offensive side. I feel like he made a little mistakes defensively, but I feel like that's the entirety of the team, not just Julius. But Jalen Brunson was the one who shined the brightest in that second half. First half, it felt like he was afraid to go to the rim, afraid to do what he typically does and attack the rim and make his his floaters, make people jump in the air. We didn't see the typical movements from Jalen Brunson that first half, but second half, he just ignited. Looking at this stat sheet, and you're seeing that he shot 10 of 19, 6 of 10 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. You think this was just another typical Jalen Brunson game, but the majority of that efficiency came in the second half. Our three guys that for the season averaged above 20, I mean, RJ was right around that corner. All three of them showed out in this game. And this is probably the perfect example of a game you'd want to see from the Knicks, outside of the many faux pas, especially defensively, that we saw, but in a way where you saw guys like Isaiah Hartenstein do the dirty work where you don't see it on the stat sheet. He had 9 rebounds, 4 of them being offensive, 5 of them being defensive. Josh Hart, who a lot like Julius Randle, almost had a triple-double of his own with 11 rebounds, 9 assists and 14 points. Like, all of these guys were doing key things that were needed. Emmanuel Quickley, who still was a little bit slower in this game. I mean, it resulted in him playing the least amount of minutes for this team, which is pretty upsetting because he was the possible 6th man of the year, and with the poor play he's had throughout the majority of these playoffs, to see him playing the least amount of minutes kind of makes sense. We saw a moment that had a lot of us scratching our heads there at the end of the game where RJ Barrett ended up sitting out. I mean, mind you, the kid still played the most minutes outside of Jalen Brunson at 38 minutes, but with how efficient and how well he was playing, a lot of us were confused as to why he wasn't on the floor in the final, it was about 7 minutes of the game. Tom Thibodeau ultimately came out and, well, I have the exact quote, came out and said this. Shout out to Chris. Chris said that Tom Thibodeau confirmed RJ Barrett was healthy down the stretch, but was pulled because of the way the defense was unfolding, and the Knicks wanting a different matchup, stressed the importance of individual sacrifice and putting the team first to win the game. So basically, where RJ Barrett was able to shut down Gabe Vincent in the first half, he started to figure out his shot in the second half, and Tom Thibodeau liked the matchup better of having his defensive backup of Quentin Grimes and Josh Hart out there together to shut down the shooting of Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, and even Duncan Robinson, who eventually came out to join, and Caleb Martin. They needed those guys to go out there and stop him. As great of an offensive game RJ had today, he lacked a little bit in the defensive side in the second half, I'll say, because he was solid in the first half, but second half the defense lacked a little bit, and Tom Thibodeau decided to go that route, which I get. It was just a little unfortunate because I feel like he played such a great offensive game. He's been playing so well for us all playoffs long. You know, you want to see him be out there with the guys as everyone's celebrating. You're seeing Carmelo Anthony losing his mind in the final minutes of the game, and you wanted him to be out there, but he also was a good teammate, understanding the situation, like Tom Thibodeau had said. And when he was asked what the big factor of the game was, he didn't even care about what game he had. He gave love to Isaiah Hartenstein, which I feel like was duly noted.
Hartenstein, man, getting all them boards, and we were able to get a good shot, at the end. So that was good. He was able to get us those extra possessions. That was just big time. Just his effort, as well as Josh Hart. I mean, he had triple double. So just things like that are just big for the team.
Hart was a gem for us in that fourth quarter, and unfortunately for him, him and Mitchell Robinson saw themselves in foul trouble for the majority of the game, but that didn't stop Isaiah Hartenstein from being the the paint beast that he was, and drawing key fouls on Bam Adebayo and getting key rebounds offensively in the final stretch of the game. Those were the moments that win us the game, because those lead to the points that you eventually see us make. And I think Isaiah Hartenstein played a great 26-minute game, even though he was only 1 for 2 from the field. But overall, as ugly as that game ended up being, it was great to see everybody figuring it out as the game went on. You saw the first quarter was RJ Barrett was the only one that was able to get it figured out. Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle were starting off a little slow. Grimes looked like he didn't want to be anywhere near the ball. A lot of the same from Emmanuel quickly when he got into the game. Obi Toppin now going back to his old role of playing backup after playing some great stretch of games. It just looked like everything was still trying to be figured out by everyone within those first 2.5 quarters. But in that third quarter, you saw things start to turn on a little bit towards the end. And the fourth quarter, we blossomed into what ended up being a 111-105 game. And I'm happy for every second of that.
You know, it was a hard-fought game. I thought we knew with the way the game unfolded at the beginning, we'd see a lot of zone, a lot of threes. And then I thought in the second half, we competed really well. And so we had a lot of hustle plays. I thought Julius gutted it out, played tough. I thought Jalen was fantastic. RJ, a big start to the game for us. So we had a number of guys step up.
So the big question, it comes now in my mind, the bigger questions come to be, how are Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle feeling? Jalen Brunson didn't really talk much about his injuries, but we heard Julius Randle say this.
Julius, how does the ankle feel now, and was there discomfort during the game for you?
Doesn't even really matter, to be honest. I'll do whatever I got to do to make myself available to play, and just take it a day at a time.
And then how is Jimmy Butler feeling? I mean, personally, I said it when he initially got injured in the last game, and I'll say it again. I think Jimmy Butler will be fine. I don't think it was as bad of a twist as it looked. I feel like he was able to walk on it, and the fact that he finished the game should tell you the story that Jimmy Butler is a tough dude. And regardless of how bad the sprain is, if the doctors say that he can run and play on it, he'll run and play on it. So I full-heartedly expect him to be back in game 3, knowing the circumstances and knowing that they need to defend their home court now after stealing one from us. So I expect Jimmy Butler to play. I expect everyone that played tonight to play. I expect everyone to be healthy, and to have 5 days of break is going to only help everyone heal up and be ready for that big game on Saturday. Glad we were able to get this win. It really sucks that we couldn't get game 1. I get that, but this team is a great away team, and I feel like we have a chance to steal one away in Miami. I really believe that we do. We got to tighten up, play smart, and we should be fine. What are your thoughts about this game? What were your worries? What were your concerns? What are you excited about? Do all the worries and concerns go away? Do you share with me the belief of a win is a win, regardless of how ugly the game was? A win is a win. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. DIYOJ. Get yourself a CK Crew jersey or whatever jersey you're looking for. Link is in the description below. Promo code CK2K. Get that discount. You're not going to regret it. So go check it out, DIYOJ.com. I'm out of here, y'all. Knicks win. 1-1 series. Do not count us out. We are going to go the distance with this series if we have to. But 3 more wins gets this team into the Eastern Conference Finals. That's where my mind's at. That's where your mind should be at. Let's get it. I'm out of here, y'all. See you guys in the next video.
Cold pizza Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new way. I think I like it how it is.